Let's kind of talk about these two here. Well, these are known as survival bracelets. You see them pretty much everywhere on the internet when you're looking for bushcrafting or survival gear or EDC. I made both of them here, and we'll share a video about how you can do yours too. This one on this side, that's more, looks pretty cool. It has this cobra design all across that. I have a little buckle, so actually, you can buckle this. Both of them, I'm using paracord, so paracord 550. Now, there is a huge difference between both of them, and one is that I feel like a lot of people would agree with me, that the Cobra is actually more of an aesthetic. It looks cool, but when you actually have to use this, so let's say you are hiking or you're camping or in a bushcraft situation where you need to use some paracord, this one right here, that takes time for you to undo all of these knots. You'd have to, you start from here where you see I cut it, and then you'd have to undo all of that. This takes time. It's doable, but it takes time. Whereas this one, which is a lot simpler, doesn't require the buckle. So you see I don't have that buckle in there, right? If we're using that, I can just pull it apart and, off you go. So this is different. The configuration in here, and it's actually pretty fast. It's actually faster than the other one. So the way you can do this, once you're done, and they're both the same size, by the way. I just have a little knot here at the end that will stop it, and it goes through this little loop in there. So that's how it stays in your arm. But if you were to get this apart, it's pretty easy. All you do is you undo this knot here at the end, right? So the moment I'm just gonna put that in here so you can kind of see it. And again, even here, it takes a little bit of time. So if you're out in the cold and your fingers, you really don't want to be out of a long time with gloves here. So if you're out there, this should be somewhat quick here. So I'm kind of using my nails just to bring this back. Okay, so this is the moment that really took time, just taking that knot away. From this point on, look what happens. You just, and there's one here, of course, right? So now we're in business. At this point, I don't have any knot. So if I pull them, you're not gonna see this in the camera there. There you go. So the whole thing came apart. Whereas this one, right, I'd have to push this down and then undo each one of these, and that takes a long time. I can't just go and pull it apart like that. I really have to work my way around this. So I would say, again, this is cool. I have some of these. I made some of these for my children as well. I give it to friends. This is a lot more practical.